Well, Google will launch its Twitch-like site called YouTube Gaming in less than an hour. YouTube Gaming is a dedicated site and website exclusively for gaming content and mostly for live streams. Jeffrey Grubb is a reporter for VentureBeat's GamesBeat and joins us now. Welcome to the show, Jeffrey.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mike. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on today. Thank you so much. Now, can YouTube catch Twitch? I guess that's the big question. Now, we've heard some of the details about YouTube Gaming, but the big question is, are people who are into this sort of thing already locked into Twitch, or does the video game community on YouTube, are they in the same ballpark as Twitch? Can you give us a sense of what this horse race looks like?
Yeah, it's definitely a horse race. YouTube has a chance here. They have an opportunity, and they're obviously taking it. You know, most interestingly, YouTube and Google were considering purchasing Twitch, and they sort of fell out of that race, and Amazon picked them up instead. So they've been wanting to get into this live gaming video space for quite a while now, and there's good reason for it. There's going to be a lot of money in this space. Gaming video is huge, whether it's recorded or live, but whether or not YouTube can catch up to Twitch in the live space is going to be a big question. People do have a lot of issues with both sites. Twitch has sort of had issues with, you know, it hasn't brought on everyone to make money. The partner program, you know, while huge, 11,000 people isn't near as much as what YouTube has. It's very easy to make money on YouTube. And people might be attracted to that, I think, specifically. But at the same time, YouTube has its own issues. Specifically, I think someone today who's already said that they were live streaming on YouTube and that Content ID captured something and kicked off their live stream in the middle of the broadcast. People aren't going to be happy with that, and that could pose issues for Google trying to catch up.
Yeah, Jeff, so is that how YouTube is going to flag non-gaming content? I mean, this is exclusive for gaming and such. So how does this get policed from a YouTube standpoint in terms of content?
Well, Content ID will definitely capture things like if someone's trying to broadcast live TV shows, you know, if you have the UFC thing and you want to broadcast that on YouTube Gaming, they're going to catch that like that, and that's going to be shut down, and no one's going to have any problems with that. The problem is YouTube has been very much on the side of publishers. Publishers and game developers have often used the Content ID system to shut down videos on YouTube that say things about their games that they don't like. That's been a huge issue for people creating content, people who consume content. They don't like the idea that developers have that sort of control over YouTube. And there's no sign that that's going away. It seems like it's still in effect on the live streaming on YouTube, which is it's gonna enrage a lot of people who are very vocal. And, you know, let's face it, gamers are very vocal.
And what about people who want to use this for things other than gaming content? Let's say they want to see it as a kind of a meerkat type of environment and just want to talk about stuff that has nothing to do with gaming. Will they be shut down by YouTube?
I don't think so. YouTube's had their sort of live streaming system in place. You know, you could do the Google Hangouts there. You can broadcast that stuff on there. I think if you try to put that in the gaming channel, I think there's going to be some barriers there just in the system itself. Google said very explicitly that the YouTube gaming algorithm itself will filter in any content that's gaming related, whether the person chooses to or not. So it seems like they have a system in place that knows whether or not you're playing a game, and it'll just put that on gaming.youtube.com and the apps as well. So it seems like, and you know, I haven't used it much. I played with it just a little bit today. I'll play with it a little bit more tonight and probably know a little bit more. But it seems like people are gonna, if they're not, you know, broadcasting gaming stuff, they're gonna be filtered into another part of YouTube, and that'll just be handled on the software side.
So, Jeff, I've been dealing with video games, playing them since the golden age of video gaming with the Ataris, the Intellivisions, ColecoVision, all the way up through today. Help me understand. I've watched Twitch a little bit on my Xbox. I haven't seen this yet, but what's the big attraction for people watching people play video games? What do you think?
You know, gaming's expensive. And I think that's a big part of it. There is something to be said about watching an entertaining person play a game that you can't afford right now. And, you know, if you know it's good because they're playing it, then maybe you pick it up down the line. But for now, you could still get that entertainment. Now, why someone prefers that over, you know, a high production movie or television show or Hulu or Netflix, I don't know if I have the answer for that. I'm 32. Maybe the generation just barely missed me, but I will say that I have had some really great experiences watching games online. You know, specifically the esports scene. Competitive gaming it's growing, and it's enormous, and it deserves to be because it is absolutely entertaining. But beyond that, the PewDiePie guys, I don't have an answer for that. I don't know if anyone does.
Don't you think it would be super entertaining for an old guy who like maybe has a news show to like be really bad at games and to be like flubbing his way and trying to figure out video games. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Mike, I have no idea who you're talking about, but I would laugh at it, that's for sure.
Wonderful. All right. I'm going to have at least one subscriber. Jeffrey Grubb is at VentureBeat.com and on Twitter at JeffGrubb with 2 B's. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeff.
Thanks for having me again, Mike. This is really fun.